If there's one genus of tarantula I don't seem to ever get bored of, it is Chilobrachys. Hello and welcome back to Bug Rounds. On this channel we like to discuss all things creepy crawly, so if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about my pet tarantula, Chilobrachys species Electric Blue. And as we always do, we're going to start off with the positive things about keeping this species. I'm also getting very hot from the lighting in here, but my legs are cold, so I'm going to kind of wrap this dressing gown around me now. So, positives. There are many. Now, I actually own two of this species. One was a sling I got from, I think, Spider Planet quite a while ago, that's unsexed and growing on. And then I was also gifted one by my good buddy Beth, who is actually going to be driving me up to the BTS show in May as well. So thank you, Beth. I couldn't believe it when she gifted me this. She actually stopped by my work and brought a tarantula to my place of work to gift it to me after a show. And I believe this to be a female, just based on her size alone. She's not showing that drab male coloration that would come out of the size that this one is. So I reckon I've got myself what is probably now an adult female, if not an adult female, a sub-adult female. Either that or she's going to molt and end up being a just massive male. These things could happen when they're unsexed, you never know. Now, coloration has got to be one of the biggest things in a Chilobrachys species Electric Blue, right? That iridescent bluey purpley coloration on the legs, on the chelicerae. When you feed these animals, they are voracious eaters. They really do come for that prey, and when you put that prey in there and they come out at you and you can see that beautiful coloration just shining through, oh, it makes you smile every time. Let me know if you've got this species. Does it make you smile every time, or is that just me? I've got to say that this is one of my favourite species ever that I have ever kept. Great eaters, great coloration. They make beautiful web homes as well. Now, although they are kind of fossorial, they are also sort of semi-terrestrial, so they do burrow, but mine don't burrow that deep, meaning you don't need a really deep fossorial tank. You can have a sort of terrestrial setup with extra substrate in for digging purposes, and they will web it all up beautifully. Oh, they are fantastic. Now, my biggest girl is actually in a 5 litre Braplast type tub, milky tub is what she was gifted to me in, and she is going to be going in a display enclosure. She is going to, because she deserves it. In fact, she may even be the first to go in a display enclosure. So yes, just yes, amazing species. Just so many positive. If you've got other positives, write them down below. Like, they're just fantastic, and they're not too big that you can keep them in a not a small enclosure, but like a medium size enclosure too, although she is going to be going in a 30 by 30 cube. So negatives. There are no negatives for me personally, but I will share you some negatives if you're another type of keeper. It's going to be a negative if you are new, because she is an old world tarantula, or I say she, the species in general are old world tarantulas, so they have more potent venom. They don't kick urticating hair, so therefore they're more likely to be defensive, so they're more likely to rear up at you, more likely to slap at you, more likely to bite than a new world tarantula. So if you're not used to old worlds, don't necessarily jump straight in with a Chilobrachys. They are incredibly fast. Now, although they do like to stay by their webs, so they're not guaranteed to run away. During rehousing sessions, for example, where you have to remove them, then they are going to be on full alert to either fight or run. And when they run fast. And when they fight, they hold their ground. So they're just things to bear in mind if you're not used to dealing with tarantulas like that. But I'm perfectly used to it, and then it's just not a negative for me. But that is just something to bear in mind if you plan on keeping this species. Also, a negative would have been their price range, because they were really expensive tarantulas, but they are dropping in price drastically now, especially in slings. It was only a few months ago slings were 25 quid, and now they're down to like £12 in a lot of places for small slings. Adults still hold a fairly hefty price tag, but still probably 3 times less than what they were a few years ago. So it's not so much a negative now, but if you're only looking to spend a really small amount of money on a big tarantula, that's not going to be one for you. So now it's time for additional information. This is normally the point in the video where I tell you if I'm going to keep or sell. Well, you already know that my big girl is staying with me and going into display enclosure. What about my sling? Well, my sling isn't really a sling anymore. It's more a juvenile now, a small juvenile, in fact. And it's staying with me also. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I've made up my mind already on that. I'm very unlikely to change my mind, because I would love to have a go at breeding these. And if that big one is in fact a female, then it wouldn't matter if the small one's a male, because it will mature fairly quickly and we can get breeding on the go. And if it ends up being another female, maybe down the line I'll sell one, or maybe I'll keep 2 females, keep one in a display enclosure and keep one in a separate room, and look for a male. So I'm very sorry for those of you that want to attend the BTS show and saw the start of this video and thought, I am buying a Chilobrachys species electric blue off Sam at BTS. I'm not going to have one for sale. So that's going to be it for today's video. There's nothing more I can think of in additional information. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you're enjoying this series. I know the videos are a little bit shorter than what you were used to when I was able to pump out videos, but as you know, being a family man and a hard-working man, full-time work as well, and all the animals to look after, filming has become problematic for me lately, which is why I'm doing a bulk of slightly shorter videos based on each and every animal I own here in the realm. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.